Have you ever heard those stories? I mean, really thought about them. People who just seem to attract, well, unbelievable luck or abundance? Oh, absolutely. It's something you see crop up again and again. This idea that certain actions, maybe almost intuitive ones, can influence what happens. Over decades of looking into these things, you start seeing patterns, connections that aren't obvious at first glance. Exactly. Like Helen Hadsell, they call her the queen of contests. As the one winning constantly, houses, cars, trips, thousands of things. And people looked at the odds and it just seemed impossible, way beyond simple luck or knowing the right people, right? But when you dig deeper, what we found is that it wasn't necessarily about rigging anything. It seems to link back to a really simple, almost forgotten habit. It's interesting. Many people who hit these streaks of success, whether they know the origin or not, they often seem to touch on these principles sometimes right before a big breakthrough. And this is where it gets really fascinating. I think it involves drawing an ancient symbol on your hand right before you sleep. Sounds almost, well, too simple, doesn't it? It does. But there are some pretty profound claims about why it might work, that it taps into something, a potential to attract what you're aiming for. And this insight, it's really come from observing these patterns of luck and success over a really long time. The habit centers around a specific symbol, the Fehu rune, F-E-H-U. Correct. It's actually the very first symbol in the Old Norse runic alphabet. Traditionally, it stands for abundance, growth, prosperity, but in a really broad sense. Now, the theory isn't that the ink on your skin is, magic in itself, right? It's more that the act of drawing it, especially with focus, could act like a trigger, helping to align your focus, your energy, particularly when you're in that very receptive state just before sleep. Okay, so why the left hand? That seems specific. It is, and that's where some of the, let's say, deeper understanding comes in. Your left hand has this strong neurological connection to the right hemisphere of your brain. The right brain. That's the intuitive side, right? Creativity, less linear thinking. Exactly. The part that seems to be running the show when things just kind of fall into place without you consciously forcing them. And think about it physiologically too. Drawing on your skin stimulates nerve endings. Some theories suggest this might connect to deeper brain areas like the limbic system involved in emotion, motivation. So the idea is this subtle physical stimulation combined with your focused intention right before sleep. It sort of primes your mind. I think sleep itself is crucial here. Absolutely. Your brain is incredibly active during sleep, processing, consolidating. And some variations of this practice even involve putting that left hand over your chest as you sleep. Why there? Well, the belief is it might connect with subtle energy fields, or maybe amplify that intuitive connection, helping the intention settle in really deeply. Real-life examples and key details. We've definitely come across examples that make you, well, really pause and think. There was that story, a man in Australia facing foreclosure on his home. Yes, I remember that one. A really dire situation. He tried this exact habit, drew the Fehu symbol, left hand, green pen, before sleep for 3 nights. And he reported feeling this strange calm, having really vivid dreams or mental images during those nights. Then, the very next morning after the 3rd night, he gets a call. An old lottery ticket he'd completely forgotten about, and the win was precisely the amount needed to save his house. Exactly. He felt strongly it wasn't just random chance. Something had shifted, you know. If you're finding this fascinating, and I hope you are, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep sharing these insights. And it's crucial to remember, it's not always about money, is it? No, definitely not. We heard about a business owner struggling with a really difficult client negotiation. Tried this, and the client called the next day ready to close a big deal. Or the writer blocked for pages, suddenly finishing their book in just a couple of weeks after doing this. Right? And someone else who wasn't looking for cash but connection met their future partner almost immediately after the 3 nights. So these patterns, these stories, they point towards something happening based on seeing this repeatedly. What are the absolute key details? Okay, so the pen, it needs to be green or gold ink. Those colors are often linked with like attraction, growth, energy, and ideally a new pen used just for this. The timing also seems important, doing it during the waxing moon phase, when the moon is growing. Exactly, when energy is considered to be building, amplifying. Let me know in the comments below what you found most interesting or surprising about this habit. Have you heard of anything similar? Share your thoughts. And the actual practice, it's very simple. Just before you fall asleep, you're in bed, relaxed. Use your right hand to draw the Fehu symbol clearly in the center of your left palm. As you draw it, really take a moment. Visualize what you desire. Don't just think it, feel it. Feel the gratitude as if it's already happened. Feel the outcome. Then gently close your left hand over the symbol, just naturally, and rest that hand comfortable on your chest as you drift off. And this is critical, right? The duration, absolutely crucial. You do this for exactly 3 consecutive nights. Not 2, not 4, just 3. Precisely. 3 is seen as the number to kind of activate this process at a deeper level without maybe overloading the energy. After that 3rd night, you stop. You don't draw it again for at least a week. Let it work. Let the process unfold. Give it space without constantly poking at it with conscious effort. All right, so let's talk about some warnings, intentions, and final thoughts. It's important to be mindful of the potential risks and the true purpose behind our actions. Always consider the bigger picture and the impact it might have on your journey. If you're finding this insight valuable, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to our channel. It really helps us bring more content like this to you. Are there warnings, things to avoid? Yes, definitely. Those who practice this are quite clear. Avoid permanent markers and avoid red ink specifically. Those are thought to carry very different, maybe disruptive frequencies. Okay? No Sharpies, no red pens. Right. And another big one. Keep it secret, at least initially, especially from anyone who might be skeptical or negative about it. Why is that? The energy of doubt, particularly strong doubt from others, is believed to potentially counteract or dilute the intention you're trying to set. Protect that initial focus. Makes sense. And intention matters hugely here too, doesn't it? Beyond just wanting stuff. Immensely. While people often focus on money, true abundance is really about having what you need to thrive. Which could be money, sure, but also health, creative flow, good relationships, peace of mind. It's holistic. The intention behind it is paramount. Using it out of pure greed or worse, to try and harm someone, that's strongly cautioned against. That kind of energy is believed to just boomerang. So, let's recap the core habit for everyone, okay? Draw the Fehu symbol, left palm, green or gold pen. Do it for exactly 3 nights in a row during the waxing moon, right as you're falling asleep. And think about those potential connections. We talked about the left hand to the right brain. That power of subtle input during the sleep state, how it might just shift your perception, maybe help you notice opportunities you'd otherwise miss, or perhaps even gently influence how events unfold around you. And remember the warnings. The right pen, keeping it quiet at first, sticking to just those 3 nights, and knowing that your genuine intention is key, and that abundance is bigger than just your bank account. So, here's a final thought to leave you with. What possibilities might open up for you if you seriously consider this potential link between an ancient symbol, the focus power of your own intention, that receptive state of your mind during sleep? How might those seemingly separate things actually connect and influence the good things, the opportunities, the positive outcomes that show up in your life? What could shift if you explored that connection? Yeah. With a good heart and a clear desire for real beneficial growth,